Sir, may I come in?
Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Anoushka Sharma.
Yes, sir.
You share the name with an actor also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Economics.
Yes, sir.
Your father retired as general manager? Or
Sir, he is still working.
Still working. Where is he working now?
Sir, right now he is on deputation as the chairman of Madhya Pradesh Gramin Bank, which is an RRB.
Okay. So chairman of MPRRB. Okay. So Anoushka. Anoushka, you know, she also writes like this, Anoushka.
No, sir, she does not have an O.
So how does she write?
Sir, she writes ANUSHKA.
So what is the difference, ANOU and ANE?
So my father took inspiration from Anoushka Shankar's name, and that's why I have the same spelling with an ANOUSHKA.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good. Very good. Okay, now let's come to a little bit of what is your understanding of nudge theory in economics?
So nudge theory is a behavioral theory where people need to be reminded or given incentives so that they can act in a particular way. In Kenya, it was seen during the COVID pandemic that people who were given reminders
Okay, very
to
good.
keep saving.
Excellent, excellent. What is your understanding of random control trial, RCT?
So in that there are, I'm not using the exact terminology.
Who used this concept?
So it was used by some Nobel laureates in
Who
their
is that
studies.
Nobel laureate?
So-
Some linkage to India?
So Abhijit Bose and Esther Duflo
Okay.
used it.
Okay. Now, you know, your father is working in bank.
Yes, sir.
What is your understanding of a bad bank?
So given the current NPA situation which the public sector banks are dealing with, bad bank will help them deal with that by taking the bad loans on themselves and trying to recover those loans with haircuts.
Okay. What is your understanding of haircut?
So if a loan is given, for example, at of 100 rupees with an interest, and the recovery is not of the same amount but of a reduced amount because you are getting it through selling collaterals, then that is a haircut that the bank has to take because it will not make profit, it is making loss or even just cut value.
Very good. Now tell me, now there is a lot of, you know, this discussion about monetary policy, okay, and the role of RBI. What is your understanding of inflation target, whether RBI is able to fulfill that target or RBI is unable to do that assignment? It's a long question.
Yes, sir. So RBI has mostly been successful in maintaining the target. It has not maintained the target for the last 3 quarters.
What is the target?
So it is between 2 to 6%.
No, what is the base? The benchmark rate?
4%.
4 plus minus?
2.
Okay. What is the present inflation?
6.59%.
Okay. What is the rural inflation and the urban inflation?
So I have to check the exact number.
Which is higher? Let's, I think, you know, forget about the statistics.
So I think urban.
Urban is higher than the rural.
So
Are you
sorry,
sure?
rural inflation
Why?
is higher.
Why?
So because of the low wages. So because of, I think, issues or flaws in our supply chain systems and also the access to goods.
Or something to do with the vegetable prices, food prices?
Yes, sir, but I'll have to read exactly
Okay,
what is the
okay,
reason for
okay.
this.
Now tell me, you know, are you familiar about the composition of Monetary Policy Committee, MPC?
So there is representation from the RBI.
How many
and
members are there?
So there is the, I think 2 deputy.
No, total.
Oh, 6 members.
6. What is the distribution?
So I think 3 members are outsiders.
Outside?
Independent members. They might be from the banking
Are they
industry.
from the government or?
Yes, sir. 2 members are from the government.
Three from the government, 3 from the bank. Okay. Now coming back to your, you know, service choice. Indian Administrative Service,
Yes,
Rajasthan is number 1 choice. you stay in Indore, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And going to Rajasthan, why not Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, I was born in Jaipur and I've stayed there till I was 2 years old. But I go there every year to celebrate the festivals and my grandparents stay there. So
Okay.
even though I've not stayed there, I have a connection with Rajasthan. And if given the opportunity, I would like to give back to the state.
Okay, and Haryana is a number 2 in IAS. But for IPS, your number 2 choice is Agmat cadre. So that was baffling to me. For IAS, it is Rajasthan 1, Haryana 2, Punjab 3. Nowhere Madhya Pradesh figures in where you are staying. And coming back to IPS, Rajasthan 1, Agmat 2, and Haryana 3.
Sir, it is mostly, it changes by zone. So in for one zone, it is Rajasthan, and then the next preference is Madhya Pradesh. But if they come back after all the zones to zone 1, then it is Agmat. And
No, but it is not Madhya Pradesh, it is Maharashtra.
Yes, sir, Maharashtra.
You said Madhya Pradesh.
Sorry, sir. Maharashtra
Are you
is the
trying-
first
Are
choice.
you trying to hoodwink us?
No,
wants
sir.
she wants to migrate from Madhya Pradesh. Enough of Madhya Pradesh.
No, sir, but I've stayed in Maharashtra also for 10 years. So the places that have helped me develop into the person that I am, I would like to get a chance to serve them also.
Okay, Anoushka, my last question. Do you represent New India? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is your dream that India should be as a civil servant for the year 2047? Your dream of India.
So my dream would include an equitable society with strong economic growth, which also leads to growth of all the people equitably.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Sharma,
Yes, sir.
both Pakistan as well as Bangladesh went to IMF. What is the difference?
So difference in terms of the reasons that they
Yes.
went for. So Pakistan is facing a crisis. Its forex reserves have declined, and also the inflation is very high, and that is one of the reason it has gone for the 23rd time to the IMF. The economy of Bangladesh has been impacted because it is an export-based economy, and the COVID and the global recessionary situation has impacted its growth, and therefore it has also approached IMF.
But it has been said that Bangladesh didn't need it, and they are doing it as more a precautionary step. And it is related to their movement from LDC to a
Yes,
normal
sir.
state. So what is that?
So the LDC? So it is a category of least developed countries which has 47 countries in it, and they lag in the economic indicators in terms of income, which is below 1,200, and also the social indicators of health.
No, I'm
And-
saying why Bangladesh is being moved from LDC.
So there is the graduation criteria for LDCs, and Bangladesh fulfills that. Its income is double the criteria, and the ECOSOC has also taken the recommendation that it has worked on its social indicators and also vulnerability, which makes it eligible enough to graduate out of LDC, but still it will have a period of 3 years where its progress will be managed.
Very good. Ms. Sharma, moving on next. Recently there was a report published wherein it is stated that the states of India are facing a lot of financial crisis. The current account deficits are increasing.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, at the time when we introduced FRBM Act, it has reached the same level, 20% of current account deficits to the GDP ratio. It's very alarming, I would say. So what are the 3-4 steps that would you suggest to the state governments? Say for example, Madhya Pradesh state government has asked for your intervention.
Okay.
So what are the 3-4 steps that you will tell them to increase their financial health? And they have to be politically viable also.
Yes, sir. So some of the steps that can be taken to reduce the financial crisis that many states are facing. One will be that there needs to be a reduction in populist measures. There is subsidies in various fields, and as long as they do not add to the human capital, they need to be reduced. That will reduce the spending.
Examples?
So there are loan waivers to farmers. Then there are subsidies such as free cycles, free laptops, which might not be necessary at this stage, so they can be reduced. And also the other step would be increasing the tax compliance, as the number of taxes have been subsumed in the GST. If the other taxes can be compiled, the compliance can be made better, then the tax revenues would increase. And also investment.
What are the other taxes that you're talking about? Like, see, the tax goes to GST and then
Yes,
the
sir.
allocation has to come back.
Yes, sir.
So what tax you're talking about? What compliance?
So state also has its own number of taxes,
Like?
such as on land, properties, and there is one on alcohol, and there's another one, sir. So if they can increase the compliance on these taxes.
And these taxes are compliance. I mean, these are very minuscule sort of things. Alcohol, everybody has to pay because it is at source only. It doesn't have to come from the public.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've taken your point, compliance. Then
Okay.
next,
And then third, sir, would be it would include judicial allocation of the budget that is given. As there is a constraint, we need to utilize the limited funds that we have
Okay.
in specific sectors.
okay, Ms. Sharma, I'll take it. My next question is, you have mentioned that you were secretary at South Asian Students Association
Yes,
in
sir.
your university in New York.
Yes, sir.
So what is, I would say that if I were to ask you, what is one achievement or two achievements as a secretary of that association you like to share with the board?
So as we were representing the South Asian students in the college through the society and my role as the secretary, we were able to increase the awareness about the society and help bring more people.
How?
So through social media and word of mouth, through friends, and also through co-tabling events where we co-sponsor events with other clubs, and then we used to have our logos on the tables and events, which increased the awareness about a club, and that helped bring more people to our club, which helped increase the interactions between the different people and share their issues. And the second achievement that I would say would be making it more diverse. Initially, it was restricted to a few countries, mostly India. People were of Indian origin, but after becoming secretary, and I also joined in spring break, and I had different set of friends. So we had increased participation from different countries such as Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. So I would say, based on my personal efforts as well as efforts of the society, we were able to increase its reach
Very
and
good.
also awareness.
Ms. Sharma,
Thank
my
you.
last question to you is regarding foreign universities. Since
Yes.
you have experience and Government of India, are you aware about there's a new UGC regulation which allows the foreign universities to operate in India,
Yes,
to
sir.
open their campuses and all the other things. So, Ms. Sharma, what would you suggest? Should India be going for such a thing, or should we be focusing on giving quality education, increasing more funding to our existing institutions? What would you prefer if you were given a chance to stay in India and to enroll yourself in a foreign university, or to go abroad and do it from there?
Sir, if given a chance, I would like to enroll myself in a foreign university rather than going abroad. Therefore, this is a welcome step, and we need a balance between funding to the national universities because they are the key eminent institutions.
Ms. Sharma, isn't it, I mean, I don't know, but people enroll themselves in foreign universities and foreign degrees because they want to take the cultural aspect of that also. They want to go there, experience the different cultures,
Yes, sir.
rather than just going by the big names, isn't it?
So I would say it is a mix because I think the choice of professors, the subjects that they offer, the facilities they offer, that is also a key component
Like?
of. So the amount of research that the professors have done, that is a crucial element of their teaching competence. Also the facilities that are provided in terms of labs, etc., infrastructure, libraries, that is also a key factor. So just going abroad for cultural aspect is something that can be done through tourism or jobs also. So if given the option, I would not keep it as the number one option.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What are the problems that, my last concluding question,
Yes.
Sorry, what are the problems then in this experiment? What would be the problem that you can foresee? Why foreign universities would come to India?
Won't come to India?
Yes, why would they come to India?
Okay. So some of the issues that can be faced are the regulatory barriers that they might face in setting up the universities.
That has been taken care of by that UGC regulation.
So, but still you need land acquisition, and then you need to get other facilities for the students, as well as attracting professors and talent. That can be one of the issue. And also it would require investment, and they would need some assurance of enrollment. So these can be some of the issues that might hinder their decision.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anushka,
Yes, sir.
born in Jaipur,
Yes, sir.
lived in Indore, then studied in Chandigarh, then Mumbai, then New York.
So can I correct the chronology if you don't mind?
Yes, please.
So I was born in Jaipur.
Uh-huh.
Then I have stayed in Ujjain, Delhi,
Ujjain
Maharashtra.
is not there, na?
Yes, sir. So I've done my schooling mostly 10 years from Mumbai and 2 years from Chandigarh. And then I went to New York for my college. And after that, I've come to Indore for the first time.
Achha, Indore is now. There was
Yes,
no
sir.
Indore in between.
No,
Okay.
sir.
So I'll say Jaipur, Ujjain, Chandigarh, Mumbai, and
New York.
New York.
Yes, sir.
Tell a story how all these 5 cities differ from each other. What makes them special?
Okay, sir.
If there are some elements of similarity, you may mention them.
Okay, sir. So these cities are different in various ways. If the focus is on public infrastructure, then New York and Chandigarh stand out. If the safety has to be ensured, then Mumbai and Indore are very similar, as well as New York. And if cleanliness is to be seen, then Indore stands
Indore
out.
is not there, no? Ujjain you said.
Yes, sir. So Ujjain would also stand out, as it is in the top 50 category of the cleanest cities. And so New York and Mumbai both are melting pots where you meet people from diverse cultures. And if the safety of girls is to be ensured, then I think New York is the safest. So they are different in terms of their approach, safety, infrastructure, and the atmosphere they give to the people.
Okay. Climate?
So the climate is tropical in Mumbai and Ujjain, and it is cold or temperate in Delhi, Chandigarh, and New York.
Delhi is cold.
Yes, sir, it is cold in comparison to Mumbai.
Okay. If given a choice, in which city would you like to spend all your life out of these 5?
So Mumbai would be the choice.
Mumbai would be the choice. What did you learn in New York which you would like to bring to Mumbai to improve Mumbai?
So some of the elements that I would like to bring back to Mumbai would be the end-to-end transportation facilities, which Mumbai is already working on. That is very useful in New York, as it eases the travel time and also the cost. The second quality that I would like to bring is the value attributed to, or dignity attributed to, human labor in New York. My professor used to work as a barista in Starbucks, and I think if we can bring the same value to human labor in Mumbai, that would be useful. And the third thing that I would like to replicate would be the work-life balance, which is seen in New York. People used to wish each other happy holidays on every weekend, as well as there used to be strict time for work as well as family time. In Mumbai, the life is very rushed. So if a balance can be bring, then it would help people become more rejuvenated in a sense.
What would you like New York to take from Mumbai?
So some of the things that New York can learn from Mumbai would be the difference between space and concern. In Mumbai, people care about each other, whereas in New York, people are given space in terms of, there is a distance in people, because they think giving space is more important. So that can be learned from Mumbai. Another would be environmental consciousness, which is lacking in New York currently because they have access to natural resources, which makes them not value water, etc. And the third thing that would be useful would be the how should I phrase it? The happiness in small things, sir. In Mumbai, you can have a small house, but still you would be very happy. But in New York, status plays a huge role based on where you stay, etc. So if that equity can be bought, then that would be very useful for people of New York.
Good. Good. So, you like reading novels?
Yes, sir.
What kind of novels?
It's a fiction.
Name 8 to 10 books which you have read.
Okay, sir. So I have read The Forest of Enchantments, Palace of Illusions, and Independence by Chitra Banerjee Devakarni. I have read House of Cards by Sudha Murthy, and Gently Falls the Buckler also by Sudha Murthy. I have read A Thousand Splendid Suns and Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini, and I have read White Tiger by Arvind Adiga. And recently I read some novels by Sonali Dev, which is Pride and Prejudice, Emma Project, and also In Sense and Sensibility.
You have read Kite Runner and Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. What can you tell us about the story or the relationship between Amir and Hassan?
So they were brought up as brothers and best friends, but still there was difference in their attitude and approach to life. And also there was certain jealousy on Amir's side for Hassan because of the attention that his father gave. But in the end, it is proven that for Hassan, Amir could have also taken various steps, like he saved his son. So in general, it had its ups and downs, but it was a very strong relationship.
Okay, last question. IFS is your second choice.
Yes, sir.
If you get selected as an IFS officer, in which country would you like to be posted?
So I don't have any specific choice. I would like to represent India at various countries.
If given an opportunity, pick a choice.
So I think Asian countries would be, like, I know you want a specific, but so it is difficult to pick one specific country.
Pick.
So maybe Indonesia.
Indonesia. Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.